Praise, you rocking with Acres Homes on God Body Bingo. Everybody loves bingo out now, by the way. We out here with one on Jerm at Barron Collector.
Oh man, we're back. Episode 119, one one with Jerm on the FOMO Podcast Network. Man, I got Fofo's finest, Acres Home finest. Um, praise before we begin anything. Praise. You feel me? My guy. Everybody hates him. I don't know why. Why would you want to hate this dude, man? My guy, God Body Bingo in the building.
Praise,
It's been
man.
a
What's
long,
good, G?
long time coming, Jack.
Yeah, we should have did this probably
Been done
2 years
this.
ago, something like
Been done.
that. Well,
I said, when you want to do the party? He said, I'm waiting on you. I was like, damn, I'm slipping. When he said that, I was like, yeah, man, I'm really, because I had to tell myself, I told Bing, I was like, man, this should have been done. This been
Yeah.
on me.
Well, I look at that too, like that. I don't never want to try to muscle in nobody else's platform.
For
So
sure.
whenever you ready to have me, I'm gonna pop out. But
See, most artists don't think like that.
yeah, because some people, like I've seen people like, damn, bro, y'all interviewed so and so. Why you ain't interviewed me yet? I
I
got
done got it.
interview me, and
I done got those
I
DMs.
can't say I haven't felt that way, but I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you. Like I said, it's your platform, so whenever you're ready to have me on it, if you ever are ready, but I'm glad we're here now.
For
you know?
sure.
So, yeah.
He done a show of mine, and I ain't had him on the podcast. But he's here. I'm glad he's here, man. We got a lot to. I ran through the catalog the whole week. The boy got hits. Go run his strings up. He checks the numbers. So go run it. Go support. Go support good music. I wouldn't have him here if he didn't have good music, man. So with that being said, man,
He say hits a big word.
hits, hits on hits. Yeah, the boy. Yeah, I even went back to his SoundCloud page.
Oh, he dug.
Yeah, I
He
did.
went
I do my
digging.
homework.
You do be
Dead
fucking with the
presidents.
SoundCloud. I be seeing your story.
For sure. SoundCloud. Hey man, that's the best app. Before we begin, that's the best app to me. That's one of the best apps ever. But no, I went back. Dead Presidents.
Man, that's
Yeah.
super duper old. I don't even talk about that.
Yeah. I went back. I was like, okay. He was talking crazy on that too. I got it in my notes, man.
Yeah.
But how did you get into music, bro? What inspired you to get that I can do this too?
Man, just life in general. Like I can say the first thing play hip hop he played. So that's my first wanting to be like your father figure in your
For
life.
sure.
And then he playing hip hop, so I want to listen to what he listened to, and just always kind of had an affinity for words too. Like I I care about like words and word usage, vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
metaphors, stuff like that, storytelling, and structure as well. Like I write my raps the same way I would write an essay, as far as trying to like have a whether I'm telling a linear story or not. I try to have a structure to like I want to grab you in the beginning, keep your attention, give you a climax, and give you a conclusion. I think about my songs and my full projects like that. So, but I think all that just came from me having a knack for words, being young, and listening to good hip hop real early in my life.
Right.
And so, as far as like me actually getting into it, first time I wrote a rap, like you shouted out Acres Homes and outside, that's where I'm from. I'm like 10 years old. Some Thug started rolling out his first album. He started
Right.
rolling out already
Already
platinum.
platinum.
I hear like a boss, and I'm like,
I
I want to try to do that. That shit is cool. Like one of my cousins was at that video shoot type shit, so like that shit close to home.
Right,
you know?
right.
So I try to write me a little rap. The rap sound probably just like how his verse sound, just switched a few words. But I did it show somebody else like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
One of the homies from around the way, my homie Reggie, he was older. He was rapping. He kind of taught me how to structure a verse. And so after that, I started like actually trying to learn how to write a real verse. Like I knew how to like fill up a 16 bar space after that. And so that was like I'm young. I'm like 10, 11, 12. And the next thing after that, one of my cousins, um, like he older, like he probably like about 10, 15 years older than me. But as long as I knew him at the time, I never known him to make music.
Right.
One day we go to his crib and he got computer. Nah, not even though we got a computer, he got a mic. He making beats and recording songs. I never knew you made music, but he was working on the song when I went over there. And like nobody knows I done wrote a rap before for real. That one I wrote a long time ago, they never thought about it again.
Right.
But I've been actually still writing. So I'm like, hey, he had like a song with like a verse empty. I'm like, if I write something, can I record? He like, yeah. So I do it, and the verse is trash, but it fit the space it was supposed to be in. I recorded it. first time recording, I fell in love with it. I'm like, man, like this is crazy. Like I hated how I sounded because I'm like not even a teenager yet, so my voice ain't developed. But I'm like, wow, like that's really me when he played it back. I'm like, damn,
I sound high.
I rap them words and I can hear myself like this is a song.
Yeah,
like, that shit was crazy to me. So that's really how I started.
How important is it? You said what I was going to touch on. How important is it for you to find your voice? Because your voice is distinct from like your talking voice and your rapping voice.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
For sure.
That's probably been one of the biggest things to help advance my career so far. I feel like no matter what type of artist you are, even if you don't use your actual voice, if you're a painter or a writer, you need to find your voice. And like having, especially in hip hop, having a distinct voice is what's gonna give you a chance in the first place. If you don't, even if you can rap and you pick good beats, if you don't sound good to people, it's gonna be hard to get it over. So I feel like that's one of the, if not number one, it's in the top 3 things you need to like have like your literal sound of your voice and just the message and the feel you want to give people when you do your stuff. So that's super important to me, to answer your question.
Nah, it should be important to a lot of artists though, in general, just because certain artists, they sound good. Like you said, you got to find what fits you and what fits your wordplay and how you structure everything around it. Man, that's so important.
You might sound good and sound just like somebody else.
Exactly.
So it's a difference. Like that's one of the things I take pride in, like not sounding like nobody.
How long did it take you to master this voice that you have now?
Man, I probably.
Are you still mastering?
I wouldn't say first time I feel like I actually had it down was when I rolled out the album I dropped in 2021 off the books. Like,
off the books.
Everything before that, like I feel like I knew what I wanted to say and how to say it, but like the literal recordings could have been better, and just me being confident using my voice and confident saying stuff with conviction. I think that's one of my strongest suits. I don't think I really got to doing that on a level I felt like was the level it needed to be successful until like the EP and the album I dropped in 2021.
Yeah, you went on a 3-run EP that we're gonna get into.
Yeah.
Who's some of your influences? Who was Bingo jamming to? Past, present,
Man, past. Well, the past is still the present too.
For sure.
Of course, it's everything. Biggie, Big Krit, J. Cole.
A lot of niggas don't say Krit no more.
Man,
they
Krit,
should.
Like no bullshit. Like when I was in high school, like I was writing raps, but I wasn't like super serious about rapping yet. And when I first started listening to Krit, I damn near stopped rapping because I was like, not only is this dude so good, but his perspective was the perspective I felt like I had. I'm like, he damn near saying everything I want to say already. Right. So I feel like I ain't really.
Why am I here?
But like over time, I'm like, I got my own life. My life ain't gonna be just like his. I'm gonna find something to say. But like he was that good, and I related to him that much. I damn near didn't feel like I needed to rap. I felt like he spoke for me, and that's the feeling I want to give people who listen to me. Exactly. So that's kind of what inspired my shit though. But them was early, like early on, I was definitely focused more on like the lyrical side. I still take super pride in my lyrics, but expanding and getting more of like a musical ear. I started listening to stuff listening more like trap music. I like Future, one of my favorite rappers. I love like people like that.
Yeah.
And then and then I started diving into R&B. And like my favorite album ever is probably like Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which is a great fusion of rap and R&B.
Yes.
And I love Blonde by Frank Ocean, which is like, to me, one of the best written albums I ever heard.
I don't think I still ain't jammed Blonde yet.
Man, it's like I'm gonna say it's not for everybody, but to me, it's immaculate.
Yeah.
But it's like
better than Chanel Orange.
Channel Orange.
Channel Orange. I don't know why I call it Chanel.
Personally,
Orange.
yeah.
Channel Orange.
Personally, yeah. But it's a different type of album. I know a lot of people who prefer Channel Orange over Blonde. I know a lot of people who don't like Blonde at all. And I don't argue people's opinions. I learned about that shit, man. It ain't my job to
just
make you like.
It
ain't my job to make you like what I like, But if you ask me, yeah, Blonde like 1 or 2 on my top albums list. So them was my super heavy influences early for sure. Face, Slim Thug,
Face Mob,
like a lot of Houston shit. Zero.
Yeah.
Even though I don't rap like him at all, Wayne, I feel like Wayne influenced everybody who rap in some aspect.
In some aspect.
At this point, you know what I'm saying?
As much music as he was putting out at the time.
If you 30 or younger, Wayne influenced you, bro, for sure.
For sure.
But yeah, it's all kind of shit. And today, I listen to a lot of my peers today, for sure. Like you had Sadiq on the show, Sadiq, the homie,
the twins,
and a bunch of people, Jay Tona. I can go
Carter.
Carter, that's my nigga, man.
That nigga tough.
I need him to put some more music out, but that's
I was gonna talk about Carter down the line. How did you meet these twins, man? Sadiq and Jay Smith, man.
I met them. I met Jay at an event back in like end of 2018.
Yeah.
And it was like it really wasn't no specific thing. Like he was like the opening DJ for the event. It was like he DJ'd and people DJ'd during the sets and somebody DJ'd at the end. And I just spoke to him because at the time I still do this. If I go to an event, it's a DJ, I'm gonna speak to him. Just being an artist trying to network. Of course. I was speaking to the DJs and I just chop it up with him and he said, "Make us home." I was like, "Oh, me too." And we, what part? We just talking about that. And I didn't even know he had a brother, let alone a twin. So and like me and him kind of even didn't really keep contact after that. But then I seen another artist I know was putting out music, and it was produced by Sadiq. Yeah. And me not even remembering. Like me and Jay, we followed each other, but we ended up unfollowing each other type shit. It was some weird shit. That nigga weird anyway. You know that. But fucking, I see Sadiq on this dude credits, and he got a picture with him or whatever. And I'm like, well, I go to his IG, and I'm like, oh, this the nigga. Funny. Yeah. I'm thinking it's Jay, this Sadiq. But I follow him and I hit him like, oh, I fuck with the shit you did for old boy. I'm asking for beats. I'm thinking like he sent me some beats and shit. And I asked him like how much. It was two of them I liked. I'm like, how much you want for him? And he was like, bro, just do one of them and send it back to me, and you can just keep the other one. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, all right. And so the song turned into John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Can't See Me.
And Leave It to Bingo. Yes. And so I did John Cena first and sent it back, and he told me I ran that hoe, and I ended up pulling up on him at their crib, and we've been like locked in ever since. Like I was over there like all night just talking, and I be with them niggas. I probably pull up on them niggas when I leave here. That's type love, shit. So, man.
Yeah. You can see how I feel. I worked them at the bank. Yeah. And I had one day, and then like the next week or a couple weeks later, I seen another. I was like, "Oh, what's up, buddy?" He was like, "No, that was my brother." I said, "Oh, it's two of y'all?" I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah. But they both been like very instrumental in like helping me just navigate shit, cause like both like building connections both with them and to like their networks. I said Sadiq make beats and rap. Jay best DJ. You know what I'm saying? He DJ pretty much any set that I'm doing, like any show where I can have my own DJ, or if I throw the show myself, he gonna DJ my set. They both have produced records for me. They both introduced me to people that have been pivotal in my career. And it's overall good people for sure.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of other homies, like I said, B-Val, Carter. I know my homie Q, who he produced last time off the books. I know all them from high school. We known each other that long, like young type shit. So,
and those are the people that you need around you. Yeah, as you grow.
Right.
The people 100%. People that ain't gonna switch up on you. Right. I love it. So you used to go by Compass, huh?
I did. That was my first. Well, that wasn't my first. My first, like young, like the story I told earlier. I was using my initials. I didn't know what to call myself, so I was going like LDV or whatever. And then high school, I started writing songs. I still didn't know what I was gonna call myself. I put out my first mixtape, I guess, my senior year of high school, and I called myself Compass. The metaphor was just like being a leader and like knowing where I'm going. Like I'm from the north side, the compass point north, so I was going by that. And I rocked with that for a while, actually. Like that was
that metaphor.
I rocked with that for a while, like from 2013, 14, and I didn't change it till like 2018, and I kind of already had started. Like people was calling me Bingo already because of my last name.
Correct.
And I felt like, as far as like me branding myself, it was easier for me to brand myself around Godbody Bingo than Compass. There's a bunch of other stuff I already called Compass. But even before I had music out, if you Google, once I changed my social media, if you Googled Godbody Bingo, ain't nothing gonna come up but me.
Right.
So I'm like, this Compass, it was a fucking, it's an actual thing. It's a stadium. It's a Jeep. It's all kind of shit called Compass. So I'm like, it's too much stuff I had to weed through. And there was other artists with that name already and stuff. Ain't no other Godbody Bingos.
Yeah, because I even tried to search your old name on SoundCloud. Yeah. A bunch of other stuff came
right, you're going to find, it's going to take forever to find me. If I would have kept that name, I would have had to still be navigating it. And then, like, I feel like the kind of stigma came with it, too. Like, it's a thin line between being lyrical and, like, listenable, and lyrical and corny. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like people kind of automatically assumed I was going to be, like, the boring rapper with that name. But Bingo kind of, I think, sparking interest. It got alliteration in it.
Exactly.
They wonder what it means, where it come from. Like,
especially the God body part.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like, I get that. That's one of my most asked questions. Like, what does my name mean? That's usually followed by, "Are you a gospel rapper?"
Because of the God body.
Right. And it's like that ain't even really a Christian thing, but it's like I definitely intentionally put God in the beginning of my name just to put God first type shit.
And some of your music you can say it has some church inspired,
sure.
Bible inspired lyrics for sure, especially the Off the Books.
Yeah.
The cover is shot in front of a
literally
church.
in front of a church.
Yeah,
That's in the
facts.
middle of Acres Home type shit.
Facts.
And like that's a perfect metaphor for my life. I grew up in the church and I learned a lot. That's my foundation.
For sure. Mine
But
too.
I'm a lot more spiritual than religious.
Yeah,
So
for
it's
sure.
like I don't my relationship with God can't be defined by what nobody else say. It's my personal relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I me being God body just me knowing that I'm made in the image of God, and that's not the God body part ain't exclusive to me. Like I always say, God body is what I am, bingo is who I am.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can easily be God body Jerm because God is in you just like God in me. That's how I look at it.
That's how I look. I love the definition of it, bro.
Man, I appreciate that.
For sure.
Cause like, you know, that phrase kind of come from like the 5%ers and like up in
Yeah.
New York, like you hear a lot of Wu-Tang people and like Nas use that. But I don't consider myself 5%er either, but I did listen to all that music type shit, so that's kind of where I got the phrase from.
You ain't got the chain, the 5% chain, huh?
No, I ain't.
I told you, I was talking to my pops. He was like, I was like, yeah, I got a show tonight, God Body Bingo. Where you get that name? So that was even my pops asked.
Yeah.
God, he a pastor.
Interest.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely sparks interest, and that's a good talking piece.
Right.
Because then, like you said, it makes people, all right, well, let me listen to what Cuz got going.
Right.
What he talking about? What his lyrics talking about?
Right.
Oh, he nice. Oh, he tough.
I hope it follow up with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Usually it do. So yeah.
How did you know that?
Like so. Down in the first time, like wrote my first. It was still over like an unoriginal beat, but I wrote like a full song when I was like 15, like high school freshman. And when I finished that song, like I just personally felt like this song was good enough to be put next to the artist I like. And I was like, and that really from that moment, I was like, I still wasn't considering being a full-time like artist, but I told myself if I wanted to, I could. I was good enough. I felt like that at that
point. Was that nigga.
Yeah, I was like, if I work this hard on every song I do, I can make money off of this. That's how I felt. And then after that,
how old were you then?
Like I said, I was like 15.
15?
And like I still wasn't really considering doing it for real. And like just going through learning to learn the business showed me like everything I thought before was wrong. This shit is not gonna be easy. And
they make it look easy. They make that joker look so easy.
It's a big old dream we getting sold.
Man, you know same with podcasts. I tell people, they like, I think I could do a podcast.
You think you can do a podcast?
Oh, yeah. All right. Go ahead. Man, like I tell people, bump your head and see.
You gonna bump that head multiple times. And yeah, so it took multiple experiences, but yeah, like that was the first one. It's been a lot of times where I kind of like, damn, I am good. Damn, people will pay to see me, pay to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was like the first one. Like, damn, I can actually do this shit for real.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When you start charging for like your first show, you like, man, I could charge for a show.
Yeah, like that's some shit, man. Getting paid to people paying to see you perform, people like actually buying your music, buying a piece of merch from you. You know, like somebody like first time somebody like took off work to see me perform, I was like, damn, like this shit kind of real.
Yeah,
you know, like people really like
they mess with
this. This matters to them.
You gotta follow him.
Man, I appreciate that.
You gotta. I watched the behind the scenes video, and Buddy said he came from Chicago.
Oh yeah, for the music video, yeah.
No, you gotta follow him, bro.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
Like how did your following just come and start moving like
man,
that?
Like that's a funny question because excuse me, I feel like my following still ain't nowhere near where I'm not gonna say I don't consider the following. I'll be disrespectful to the people that do support me, but it's nowhere near big as I want it to be.
Right,
clearly,
it's only getting bigger.
Right, but it started at the crib, like with family and friends. Like so I got a lot of homies who was already doing it, so they fucking with it. My mama support me. My pops RP, he supported me. My sister, like so family, cousins, all that was really first. And then just going outside, really. Like once I had like the people who was right there that I can reach out and touch, I'm like, man, I guess my next step is to network. Like man,
Exactly.
2018, bro, it was points in time I was going to multiple events a night.
Yeah.
Like
Just
every
getting your
night.
name out there and
I'm
networking.
talking about I'm out till like 2, 3 in the morning, got work at 7, 8. I'm still
The
out.
grind.
Like I'm performing multiple times a night, multiple times a week. And I'm shaking every hand I can. I'm getting every Instagram I can. I'm just trying to build a network. Like, all right, so this person does this, I need to know them, I need to go meet them. And not just so I can get something from them. The biggest thing I learned doing all this networking was how can I add value back to somebody else? And that's really the goal. Like, yeah, of course when somebody got something you feel like you need, you want to try to get it.
But how can I add? I say that to myself all the time. It's like, all right, I know we gonna win in the long run, but how can I help them?
Right. It don't never help you by helping them. So it's like
Bullseye.
I'm real big on like how can I support you? How can I help you? How can I add value to what you got going on? How can I be a resource for you? Because if I want that back, I got to be able to be that.
Right.
Like if all I do is ask, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you give me this? Nobody gonna want to help you. So like I think that's how my following became something special because they knew I was genuine, and two, I was willing to support them as well, and having consistent good content. I think is how the following that got built up, and it's like kind of same. Like I have moments, like I said, moments of doubt. Like damn, I really ain't got nothing going on. People ain't really fucking with it. But then I throw a show and people buy tickets and show up and they singing it word for word. And I'm like, damn, this shit actually happening.
Yeah,
you know,
right
so
before my eyes.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like it's like I said, it's a roller coaster, but the highs have been really high. And the best thing is like staying balanced through both.
Yeah.
Don't get too low, don't get too high. When it's going wrong, understand it's gonna get better. When it's going great, understand it ain't gonna stay this great, but it can get here. So keep striving to go back up here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now I know we talked about God, the God body part. So how did praise come along with it, man?
Man, it just I felt like it was like a natural thing.
Yeah.
Like keep it a book. This is I probably told the story before, but this is the latest and greatest interview I'm doing, so we're gonna tell it on this one.
You heard that, the greatest.
But back in like 2013, if you listen to, I don't know if you're a fan or not, but if you listen to Wale's album he dropped that year.
Am I a fan? I'm a huge fan of Wallace. Ralph Lauren.
So yeah, on the Gifted, Heaven's Afternoon and Go to Salvation back to back, and he says that
praise. Yeah,
I can say it. And I was like, that shit sounded cool to me. And I remember I was recording one day, probably a couple years later, but I just kept it in my head. I was recording one day and I finished the verse and I said it and I liked how it sounded. So I started saying it at the end of my verses.
Yeah.
And then when I started rolling music out again, and I started actually putting like a lot of that music I was recording when I first started saying it wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
So when I started putting songs out and saying it, it was like, oh, people kind of
messing with it. Yeah, they hashtagging it.
And I started saying it at the shows, and people, that's like my favorite call and response. If you still with me, say praise, the whole crowd, praise. So like it just became a thing, and I'm like, man, I gotta brand this too. That's why the shirts and the hoodies came with it on, and really the praise hoodies sell more than the God Body Bingo hoodies, just because like it's more universal, and that was a intentional like
smart,
like putting my logo on the shirt. Of course, like any artist to do that, but because a lot of my friends and supporters are other artists, like people will do it, but every rapper ain't gonna go around wearing my name.
Good God Body Bingo shirt.
Right, ain't gonna just wear my name, but wearing praise is like it's associated with me if you know, but you can wear this anywhere and not know what it means and still like it, and still people will still be interested in it. Like so,
I like that, bro. That's so smart.
Man, I appreciate
that.
That
is
man.
So smart. A lot of artists aren't like you that I've come across, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know, because everybody's finding their own way.
Yeah,
but it's like you're like, all right, I'm more lasered in. I'm more locked in about everything that I'm doing. Everything is meticulous.
Yeah,
I want to make sure that I cross my eyes. Dot my eyes, cross my T's.
All that shit.
You feel me? And I love that. It's like the work ethic. I say this all the time to other artists. You know, we talk about other artists' work ethic. It's like, bro, they don't have any.
Yeah.
It's like they want to be artists and then they don't want to work for it.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta do both.
Yeah, I'm at a point now where like this is all I want to do. So
yeah.
I put everything I can to it. My girl, shout out Michaela, she always tell me how intentional I am.
That's how you gotta be.
And that's really what it is. Like, man, this shit matter to me, bro. Like a lot of like I get a lot of compliments like when I roll a project out or roll a song out, and I do take pride in that part. But to me, it's like if I was a fan, how would what would I want to see from my favorite artist before, during, and after this song comes out? So I'm like, if like with Everybody Loves Bingo, for example, I'm like, I'm gonna get the video shot early. I'm gonna take some new pictures. I'm gonna get the cover art done early. So by the time I put the song out,
Everything will be.
I can give you all the content you might want to see. The pictures from the show, pictures of me, video, behind the scenes. I'm gonna try my best to reach some get some PR about it, so you can be excited about me, about other people hearing it too, knowing that your artist you like is making some progress. So doing all that in advance, it just makes sense to me. But a lot of people don't think about that so after they put the song out. But if you think about it before, you'll have a lot better chance of actually getting it done.
Right.
So, and that just come from bumping my head and like putting stuff out and be like, damn, I should have did this 3, 4, 5 times in a row. And it's like this next song, this next project, I'm gonna do
something different. I like that.
Yeah, learn it from mistakes.
How do you get in contact with like the PR? You just Instagram and go to email, or
man, it's so many different ways. Like, cause everything about relationships though. So, like, we got a lot of press around this song, and this time, like, so when I didn't drop a bunch of music in 2022, but I dropped a single. It was a remix of one of BVR records, and I dropped the EP, celebrate a year of my album. And the promo we did for the album, we got a PR company contacted us. So because of that, we just went through them. We paid them. We paid like some people like pay the platform directly. Like, I'm gonna pay you to be on your page. We paid the PR to reach out to a bunch of
everybody.
They have relationships too. So that's a gem for the artists who don't know what they're doing, because this shit is hard.
It's hard.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you shit. So yeah, like the PR, they reach out to all the people they have relationships with, and we give them people to reach out to too. One that look more official, and we just got a better chance of landing shit. We ended up on multiple things. The biggest one was Ear Milk. That was super dope.
Ear Milk is tough.
And just want to continue to like I said, like now that we done reached out to them, whether they picked us up or not, when we hit them again, they're gonna recognize that name.
Yeah.
So now we trying to build relationships with whoever we contact.
Just let that tree grow.
Right.
I love it, man.
Oh yeah.
You did a song called Issa Rae, and then you ended up at Issa Rae's Camp RAEdio. How did all that just like transpire, work out, and you was like, bruh, did that just happen?
Man, that was another one of them like confirmations. Like,
shit
really happened. This shit really can happen.
Yeah.
Moments, man. I'm real big on like just affirmations and manifesting. Man, I made that song. Like, even ironically, the song don't got nothing to do with me.
With Issa.
But the song itself don't got nothing to do with how I landed at the camp.
For sure,
like,
nothing.
Issa never heard the song. She don't know nothing about it. I made the song because at the time, all I was about to put out was the First in the Flesh EP. I felt like I didn't have no records that like were kind of fun, and like that. Looking back, honestly, it was a bad attempt, but that was my attempt to make a song that women would like too. But women do like that song for sure. Like my female following, they love that song. But I wanted to make a kind of more fun song, kind of condensed to type of song without like being corny.
Of course.
I do think that song kind of corny now though. It's still one of my most streamed songs. But looking back, I probably wouldn't have did that song. But and at the time, I had never watched the episode of Insecure. I didn't know nothing about that lady besides the fact that she and I knew she said for everybody black. So I just worked off of those 3 things and wrote a hook about it, and I rapped about whatever I wanted on the verses. But knowing that, it made me watch the show and like kind of get invested. And I noticed how much she showed love to artists and put independent artists and upcoming artists on her shows. I'm like, yeah, that's dope. And then like she got radio, and that's like a whole label / production, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So all that. So and I see to start having the camps. I was trying to get to one of the camps for Insecure. But when the last camp for Insecure happened, my dad had just passed, so I didn't go. So I had to deal with that.
Of course.
But I knew they was working on this new show, Rap Shit, and my manager actually, at one of his old jobs, he used to work with one of the women who work for Issa now. So he sent her my music, and she liked it, and they invited me to the camp.
Look how God works,
and
man.
And even going to the camp, because she don't go to every camp. But it was the first one for this show, and she actually came out.
Of course.
And like to see her in person after writing the song about her, watching it on TV, was just crazy, bro. And the fact that it was a 3-day camp, she showed up on day 2. That's the day I took a picture with her or whatever. and she liked like the studio we was at. It was called Circle House Studios in Miami. It's a famous studio out there. It's nice. It's nice. It's like a big ass house with a pool in the back, multiple studios.
Love
She liked the
that.
spot so much. She said, "I'm throwing a party at this bitch tomorrow." And she came back. She brought Maya, fucking.
Yeah, I seen the picture
She
of you
brought
on
Akeem
mine.
Ali, brought a bunch of people out.
I
It
was
just
kind of upset that you had a picture with her.
hey man,
That thing, them, man.
like yeah, that was a moment.
I know it was.
That was a moment.
I know it was.
Maya told me that my music was hard. Like, can't nobody.
I said it, man.
And like, I wasn't even in a room when they played some shit. Issa was rocking the. Like probably the biggest full circle moment I'm finna say in my career, but damn near my life so far. Cause yeah, like to go from like making a song, a shot in the dark. I'm telling people to tag her on Instagram comments, knowing she's not about to respond, and to end up meeting her in person, taking a picture with her, working on music for her TV show, knowing people that work directly with her. Like I'm like, you know, you say like the 7 degree separation. I'm like at all times I'm one person away from Issa Rae. Like that's crazy to me. But that's how life works.
That's how life works. It just happens that way, man. You just gotta be tuned in and ready to go at any time.
Yeah.
Because you never know when that moment's gonna happen.
Never know, bro.
You never know when that moment.
Being an independent artist, bro, being in that bitch was like being at the fucking combine.
Yeah.
For the draft, like
everybody's doing their best.
Man, and like it's a bunch of bigger artists there, a bunch of really the producers. Like, I'm meeting like multiple Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that shit just it fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie. Getting to see people who do this to compete and to
get to this level.
Yeah, for sure. So that was a crazy moment.
I love that, man. I love to hear that. Just to see the smile on your face tells me it means that much to you.
That shit was a year and a half ago, and it's still probably like the main thing still driving me to like make my next play.
Yeah, I love that, bro.
For sure.
And it's gonna happen. I already know it's gonna happen, Jack.
I appreciate it, man.
Now you said on John Cena that In the Flesh part 1 was too short. That's why you had to drop a part 2.
Yeah. Like
you dropped 3 of them joints though.
Yeah, when I made the first one, my plan was to make 3.
Yeah.
To be honest, I want them to come out closer to each other. They came out like it was 18, 19, 20. But I would have dropped them like probably like 1 and 18 and 2 and 19. Just at the time, I would have taken a long time to actually get the resources stuff together. But yeah, like the whole thing with In the Flesh was doing an album but not putting it together.
Yeah.
So I did like this 3 EPs, 4 tracks, and like John Cena was damn near freestyle. So that was just me saying the first thing I thought of, but that was some of my mind. Like I know people, everybody told me like, damn, I love this hoe, but it's only 4 songs. So I'm gonna give you 4 more. I'm gonna give you some more, and
I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna slow feed you.
Slow feed you. You know what I'm saying? But slowly, because I really wanted people to. I wanted to not. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to put out too much music at one time at that point because I felt like, you know, it's a constant conversation, the attention span of the casual fan. Yeah. And like I agree with it to a certain extent, but like after I went through the process and did an album, like I'll never have that fear again because like people, despite people having a shorter attention span, so to speak, if the quality is there, people will listen to a full album and they'll go back to a full album.
If the replay value was high on it,
right,
they're definitely gonna go back to it.
You got to make something worth calling it an album though. Like I'm real big on like, man, this ain't just no project, this ain't just no tape. Like this is an album. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm like I said, I'm a work. Yeah. Goal for them was me to like learn how to market a project. And to be honest, I did a bad job. Like I said, that's when I was bumping my head. Like I should have did this before I dropped these songs. I should have took new pictures, should have shot a video, should have
and some more.
Sent the shit to DJ. Something I should have did way more before I put them out. And I just I did like, so, for example, for the first one I shot 2 videos. But for the second one probably had the most like music video ready songs. I shot no videos. And the third one came out pandemic. So I shot 1 video. I only had performed 1 song off that whole. I never performed the rest of it.
Because
and
of
it
the
just
pandemic.
kind of, it probably was the best one. It just kind of got washed away in the pandemic. But Leave It to Bing on one of my biggest songs to this day still though. So it worked. I feel like it still worked out.
For the better good.
Yeah, and it's like, and a lot of things I do with my music, I do stuff I always want to do. Like, I always want to do some type of trilogy. So doing 3 EPs and having the same name and similar cover arts, it satisfied like my inner child.
Yeah, like
You know
I
what I'm
did
saying?
that.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I watched my favorites do that. And I watched Jay-Z put out volume 1, 2, and 3. I watched Blueprint 1, 2, and 3, shit like that. So I got to do that. Same thing with doing like a full-length album, and we did physical CDs, and we had like the actual booklet with the credits in the CD. I didn't really care. I wanted to sell them, but I really cared about just being able to say,
see it.
this is a physical product of my.
I could pull out my booklet and look at it,
read it. It's pictures and credits. I'm gonna give you one, matter of fact, before we leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
I miss seeing that.
Man, doing shit like that just felt good to me, and it's what made me want to do this shit.
Yeah.
Like seeing my favorites do that, going to buy a CD and reading the credits while I'm listening to it, and it's a different feeling, bro. Everybody know.
Yeah, for sure. You always got to satisfy not just the fans, but yourself as well. Because if I'm not satisfied, then why am I doing it?
Right.
Why
it's
am
gonna
I
be hard
here?
to satisfy the fans if I'm not happy.
Exactly.
So I do the shit I like to do.
Exactly. Who else gonna do it but me?
Right.
What's your recording process like? Well, like, how do you get in your zone? Like, what does Bingo need?
It's varied over time. Like most of the stuff I have out now, like I used to only write in my head. Like when I first started rapping, it was always pencil, specifically pencil, no pen, pencil and paper. And being a big Jay-Z fan, I wanted to learn how to write in my head. So I challenged myself to learn, and once I got good at it, I felt like I was better. I took longer, but the verses came out better, in my opinion. The songs came out better. So really, like all the In the Fleshes, the Off the Books, all that stuff was all in my head. And what I would do, I wouldn't just straight up go in the booth and freestyle because I value my money too. I'm not about to spend
money in the stool,
pay money, and like be in here not know what I'm gonna say.
Exactly.
Like I don't even come to a session if I don't have the song already ready. If it's a paid session, so I would just listen to beats and write in my head, memorize it, and then go to the studio and just record everything I have. And I'm not super picky. It don't take me much. Like I prefer to I talk a lot. I lose my voice. Fresh.
I was gonna ask, like, what do you record? That's dope.
Yeah,
so I never heard nobody say, "Let me record early."
Yeah, like I don't remember what song it was, but I remember I used to record late at night all the time. A lot of rappers do.
Of course.
One day I think I don't remember what song it was, but I remember I recorded during the day, and I just felt better. I felt like it was quicker to me to get through it.
Yeah,
I record pretty quick. Like I said, I memorize it before I ever come to the studio, so I don't. Even if it takes multiple takes and plugins, even if I do a bunch of takes, I'm still gonna get it done. Like one song ain't gonna take me no more than like 10, 15 minutes to record.
Oh, you don't waste no time.
I'm like, even if I mess up, I'm gonna fix it immediately.
Yeah, run that back.
I'm gonna listen.
Right there.
I lost breath right there. Let me get that back. I'm real. I try to be efficient as possible. Like I said, I value my money, and I know I value the mixing process, so I want the quality to be good. So I'm not going. The recording is super important, but I'm not gonna take up more of the time recording than mixing because the mix is more important than the recording. Damn near. Like, as long as the recording is good, then the mix is gonna be what make it break it.
Yeah.
So I really like hone my craft on how I record to make sure I'm not only quick but quick and correct.
You super conscious on like your breath control and everything of that nature?
I'm like, that's one thing I focus on literally right now. Like this year, I started telling myself I got to get my breath control better, both for the recording process and the stage. Because like people love my shows, but I know if I get myself in a little better shape, I'll be able to give more energy. And like plugging in, but
not where people are like, oh, he plugged in right there.
Right, like off the books, bro. I probably plugged in on damn near every song, but you can't tell.
I was gonna say, can't tell.
You can't tell. Like I feel like I'm a master of like picking up where I left off on a verse, and then like B-Val has mixed the majority of my music, and he is amazing at mixing. So
salute to him. Salute B-Val. You gotta salute all the engineers.
Yeah, man, the engineers are the real heroes. But the producers, engineers, like I can rap, that shit cool, but
they the ones that really sit in and do the work. They gotta sit meticulously. Pill this shit. They the ones.
I don't got the patience, man. Like
man, Kang, my partner Kang.
I know Kang.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, the way he just sits there and like the smallest things, it's like, bro, you gotta have the patience.
You gotta have the patience and the knowledge.
Boy, oh boy, because I couldn't do it.
Yeah, a lot of my homies, bro, you just start making beats. I don't got the patience to learn how to do it. One day I will, but like I look at it like, bro, I'm really great at rapping, and y'all niggas are really great at making beats. You keep doing what you do good. I'm gonna keep doing what I do good. If you want to rap, I'll help you learn. When I want to learn how to make beats, I'll come to you. But right now, while we trying to figure this out, let's stick to our bread and butter. Let's get to this bread
what
first.
Everybody's good at.
Right. Once we got money and we got time to do this shit all day, then
we can play around with it.
You know what I'm saying? So for right now, shit, I gotta do what I go for what I know.
I already know. What you like more, recording or performing?
Performing is
top notch.
I just made a post about that. It wasn't all I used to like coming up I had stage fright. Like by the time I became God Body Bingo, all that shit was gone. But man, like it's nothing like exchanging energy with the real people in real time, in person. Like me sending you a song, you listening to it, give me a reaction, that make me feel amazing.
But you actually just
me seeing you react to what I say, it's nothing like it.
For sure.
Knowing that, like, I know for a fact this hit you. Like, you can't tell, even if you don't want to tell me you did, I know it did because I watched it. You know what I'm saying? So, and just expressing myself, it's like recording is more like work. Even it's fun too, but it's more like work. Performing is a natural expression of my true emotions, my true feelings. I get to share what I made with the world.
Yeah.
Like putting it out is one thing, but it's totally different. Get the text message like, man, I just listened to this song, this whole crazy, and then get coming off stage, getting that handshake, like, bruh, like
that was hard, bro.
Yeah. Like I had a show earlier today, and
you did,
and it wasn't like it was a smaller event, like an open mic, but I did. He asked me to headline, so I did like a longer set, and it wasn't. I didn't invite too many people, so it wasn't a bunch of people that knew my songs out there. So they really had to listen to me and learn not learn it, but like listen to my shit and
take it in.
Yeah, figure out do I like this nigga a lot. And I got really good responses. People was really fucking with it, and like sometimes I like having a crowd with nobody who know the words because I really
get in with them.
Get to see if like I know my homies like it. You know.
Let me see what the organic folks.
I get it all the time. Rapper, but I love
like me.
Right, I love like people looking at me like I don't know if he's gonna perform or not, and I go up there and give the best performance of the night. You know, that's one of my favorite things to do. So yeah,
I love that, man.
I appreciate it.
Before we get out of here, we're gonna talk about the most important thing that you're here for, off the books, man.
Off the books.
Houston Press Award. One of the best albums from the city. Was 2021.
2021, yeah.
Like, bro, like how? Like 13 songs, 46 minutes.
Off the books,
a masterpiece.
What's your favorite song on there?
Oh, I got it written down. Where is it? Hold on. Made You Feel.
Make You Feel. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And you and Jones's song.
Oh, where you from?
Yeah, I need a whole EP or project from you and Jones. But that
you asked everybody for an EP.
Hey,
I'm listening to you.
I need an EP.
That'll be dope because man, me and Jones got good chemistry.
For sure.
Yeah.
But that Made You Feel with that So Anxious sample.
Appreciate it, man.
Elijah Clark.
Yeah.
I don't know who. Or Chalk. Excuse me. Elijah Chalk.
That's my boy, man. If everything goes well, you'll hear a lot more from him.
He nice.
Yeah, he nice, man. I've been knowing him since high school too, but that was our first time doing the song though, because he not always focused on the music, but I think he locked in now, just life type stuff. But
I love that.
He amazing. He sing, rap, write, super talented. But as far as the album as a whole overall, like they say your first album take your whole life to make.
Yeah, it does.
It did.
Like, bro. Fire.
Man, like it came out in 2021. The oldest verse on there, the oldest songs on there are probably from like 2017.
But you can't tell.
Like if you had to guess, what songs you think of? Like what songs you think of 2017?
Let me go look right now.
I just want to know if you get them or not. It's two songs from 2017. I'm gonna see if you get them.
I'm gonna go Hood Rich and North Pole.
You got one right, one wrong. North Pole.
North Pole? Yeah.
Yeah. I originally wrote the verses on North Pole to cut it. So I wrote the verses in 2016. And
OT Genesis cut it?
Yes. So if you memorize the verses and play the cut instrumental, it's gonna fit.
Yeah.
So
that's dope.
I wrote that to cut it, and I ended up I was about to do like some covers. I scrapped that. I like these verses though. I found the beat, put a hook to it, and made it a song. And a Hood Rich was like 2019,
okay,
or 2020, something like that. But the other one is the one before North Pole,
Transfiguration. Okay.
Yeah, like for the longest, that was gonna be the intro to the album until I made Hood Rich, and I was like, nah, this gotta go first.
Yeah,
this is how you start the show. But yeah, like so those songs super old. I recorded the whole thing in 2020 and just I got it recorded as soon as possible so I can let the mixing take long as it needed to get right.
So you was recording during the panty?
Yeah, like we started recording like summer 2020.
Oh yeah,
but like it's songs, like I said, some of the songs that old. It's on 2018 and 2019. I probably to be for the songs like
yeah,
yeah,
because you had that Easy G on there, or Big G on there.
Big G was 2020.
And what else? Easy Jesus.
Yeah, Easy Jesus 2. That was also 2020. But I started working on it 2019. I finished in 2020. But yeah, like we just really like I said earlier. Previously, I was kind of scared about a full body of work, and really like talking to the twins, talking to my manager and some of the other homies. Like, bro, it's time to do something bigger to show them because I felt like people respected me and liked my music, but I didn't feel like I was taken seriously as I wanted to be because I didn't have a full length effort out. So
album, let me not say project, album.
That.
Yeah, I'm gonna respect the artist.
Yeah, I appreciate that. For sure, man. We know we sensitive about our shit.
For sure.
But sure. Like doing a full length was like just something important to me at the time. So I pieced together the songs I had. And like I was gonna actually drop off the books before any of the EPs. It was a whole different album.
Where'd that name come from?
So what it ended up being, like when I started recording, I had found out that my brother was about to get out of jail, and it was based around that.
Yeah.
He had been locked up for 10 years.
I can hear in your raps that you was always saying Fremont.
Yeah, it was a lot of references to him on the album because the album really, me being from, the album is like my view of and my more of the feeling than like the literal being, but of me being from Acres Homes and growing up there.
Yeah.
And so, just it's kind of centered around my brother because every time the first thing I think about when I think about Acres Homes is him because he is he a hood nigga. Just simple as that. He just a hood nigga. So he had been locked for 10 years. So I found out he was about to get out. And I had the music working on it already, but I he was about to get it just took me really pulling all the best songs I had. But before that, 2017, Transfiguration, North Pole, Make You Feel was a whole different record. It was the same. My verse was the same, but it was a different beat, different hook. A couple of other songs that came out kind of loose, like Talk Biz. What else? You and Me, I'm the Captain. Now those songs gonna be on the original off the book 2017, and I ended up I basically felt like I wasn't ready to put out a full length album yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna do the short ones. That's how I started making the EPs. So I'm gonna do an album length of EPs. I'm just gonna spread them out. But I didn't know if I was gonna come back to off the books or not, but I just never scrapped the song. So by the time I got ready to do it, I'm like, what do I have? I feel like this. I need to add something for this. I need an outro, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And I got some.
And yeah, we put it together, locked in. I said my homie Benson produced 3 on there. My homie Bass Rob did the outro. Jay did Hood Rich.
Chicken and Waffles.
Man, Chicken and Waffles was one of them.
Hard.
So yeah, I just used
That's how you end the project.
Man, appreciate it, man.
Sure.
Yeah, I just used my resources and locked in and got it done. But even then, it's like right when I about to put it out, my daddy passed. I damn near stopped rapping.
For sure.
I damn near didn't put nothing out.
Yeah, is that something that's pops?
Right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit was tough, man. But I felt like he would have wanted me to keep going, so I kept going.
Yeah. But
yeah, it took a lot to actually do it. But and I think all the praise it got, no pun intended, this came from me being intentional about it and persevering through this. And 2020 was a crazy year for me, bro. For everybody.
For everybody.
And I was in. So I'm like, it's so much different adversity tied into making that. So seeing the results from it, me getting recognized by these different platforms, getting the plays and streams it got, getting invited to Miami, Before that, in October of 2021, I opened up on it's a duo out of Chicago named Mother Nature. They put themselves on tour. I opened up for them on Houston Saturday tour. That was a goal of mine. And then even and probably my most proud things, damn near even more proud than Miami, was throwing my own event.
Yeah.
That first show I threw in April was.
And I'm mad I missed that show. That beautiful stage.
Man.
Video boy was perfect.
Man,
Everything.
Appreciate it, man. It was like I wish you could have been there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm mad.
I really like not even just being biased to myself. That was probably the best event I've been a part of.
Yeah.
Like it just ran so smooth.
It's yours. You got to.
Right. It ran smooth. Like everybody who came with something to sell made money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who performed got a good response. The crowd enjoyed everybody. That's the longest set I ever did. I lost my voice by 3 songs in.
Yeah.
I just kept rapping.
That's how you got to do it.
I did. I went
like you said.
I went over an hour. I did damn near the whole. I did every song but one off the books. I did like about 12 other songs too. It felt like a greatest hits type shit, man. And
it's like if I'm gonna do it, it's my show.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go all out with a bang.
And my niggas rest the stage at the end and shit. I did brothers with all my niggas on the stage. It was a beautiful moment, man.
Yeah,
and
something that you'll never forget.
Never, bro. Like I really. Like, and I learned a lot from that shit because I'm like, damn, bro, if I was on tour, I would do this shit every
night.
Mm-hmm.
Got my voice together.
My voice gone. I'm tired than a motherfucker. I'm like, nigga, if I had to hit the road, do this shit in Dallas in 2 days. Especially when I'm on the head.
45 to an hour.
45 plus.
Yeah.
And I need to be drinking fucking tea and taking vitamins and
doing all
exercise, everything, bro. Cause shit, that shit was tough. And like shit, I like that event was the most fun and I think the most put together. But I did the House of Blues Foundation Room in September of 2022. And I did that with a live band, and that was like the event was less stress on me because I had more help with it as far as like just the day, like moving everything around. But the actual performance, it was a shorter performance, and I probably was more tired after that one. Cause like a lot of times, like this is something I'm passionate about. So I'm gonna go on like a little rant right quick. Like a lot of people say you're not a real MC if you rap over your backing vocals, and I totally feel you. But I come from doing shit at a lot of bad venues, so I'm not finna go up here and you can't hear me because the audio bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I said all that to say at the April show, I basically played the songs and rapped over them. And I do a really good job of like being distinct above my records. So people had a great time. But I did in September I did it with a live band. Live band, no backing vocals.
Yeah.
And the songs don't sound quite the same.
With the live band.
And like making sure I'm rapping every word without the vocals. I feel like I ran a marathon, bro.
I bet you did.
I didn't really take no breaks. I just did
straight through.
And like for the other album, for the first show, I did the album. I did other songs too, and I did like a lot of my features on the songs too. So I take breaks when my features come up. I don't like it's like 5 features off the books.
Give me a little water break.
It's like 5 features off the books. 2 other people couldn't make it, and I just 13 tracks straight through. So like
that's 46 minutes right there.
Ain't no feature coming. Shit.
You got Sadiq on 4, then Chalk on 7.
Yeah,
Jones on 9.
Jones wasn't there, so no break for that.
And then you go to 10.
Yeah, then 10, Carter wasn't there, so no break on the hook, so just Flo doing his verse. And then, I kind of, man, look, tired.
Tired wasn't an understatement.
Dripping sweat.
Yeah. Shirt done.
I'm hoping that shirt now. It's over with. Over with. But, man, that shit felt good, man. Yeah. Like, they treated my mama like VIP. That shout out to the House of Blues staff. The venue just super nice. People like it was another cool thing about both of those shows specifically is like I honestly expected everybody who came to the first show to come to the second one, but a lot of the people from the first show didn't make it to the second one. But we still filled up the venue, and I'm like, damn, like
just think of everybody that I thought was gonna be here.
Right. So like, it's people who I'm like, this gonna be a ticket sale. This gonna be a ticket sale. Then they ain't even buy none. I'm like, damn, like. It was stressful both times, like hoping, like trying to cover the costs. But I'm proud to say I didn't lose no money on either one of the shows. And
God is good.
A lot of niggas can't say that, bro.
They
Especially
can't.
like the second show, I was the only performer. It was me and a band, and Jay was DJing. That was it.
That's it.
And to say that like I was able to sell enough tickets so people want to see me rap that bad is like,
I'm doing something right.
I'm on something.
Yeah. Is that grandma on the end of Big Fold?
That's my mama.
That's your mom's?
Yeah,
mom's is excited. Leah! Yeah. I was like, yeah. I knew that was one.
That's a moment, man. A lot of people it felt good doing that April show, and people even knew the words to that.
Yeah.
Like y'all know the words to the skits, so y'all and that shit was just crazy, man. So yeah, overall, man, Off the Books was a success. Like going from like doing the 2 weeks notice EP, dropping the album, doing the events, all the press, doing the shows. 1 year later, EP.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that was like that's another. I always want to do like a full, complete, beginning to end album rollout. Like I started like 21. Yeah. So yeah, like that shit just seeing that is like, man, like
chapter 1 done.
Right. So if I can do this on a bigger scale with bigger resources, bigger names involved, I can't lose. I won with this and just on a local level.
I can keep going.
Let me take it nationwide, worldwide.
Yeah.
Let me get some features from out of town, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just
tap in with that city.
Yeah, for sure. So I got contacts in multiple places now that fuck with me, want to work. So you gonna see some new names on some of the new music.
I love that, dog.
For sure.
Let's talk about, before we get out of here, let's talk about Everybody Hates Bingo, man.
Everybody loves bingo.
I mean, excuse me. I'm thinking about Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah, it's based off of it. Like
I know. Yeah, that's why I got
the cover art look just like it.
And I got it all. But everybody loves bingo, man. But then like your visual is coming from the hating fans perspective.
Yeah,
bro. That's super. I told you on Instagram, that's super creative.
Man, I appreciate it, man. That was like it's crazy. I wrote the song like super quick.
Yeah.
Just basically off of just kind of some experiences I had, but like not even like the whole goal was like I felt a lot of passive aggressive energy, and so I'm like, you ain't gonna say it to my face, I'm gonna say it for you. And so I just kind of went. I just looked at really everything, some awesome like Eminem 8 Mile shit. Like, what could somebody say bad about me? I'm gonna just say
it about myself.
Cause then what can you say? Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, I'm fucking.
I got glasses.
My friends be at the shows. Yeah, whatever. So. Yeah, so what now? But it was just a fun song to write, and I didn't really think too much of when I wrote it, to be honest. But I rapped it to my girl, and like her jaw dropped when I said "fuck that nigga bingo." She was like, "You really gonna like say that?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I'm right from that.
She was like, "You really think people feel like that about you?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And like, trust me, I'm real big on focusing on the love and not the hate. So it was kind of different doing that for me. Homie Matt. He was for it, so I'm like, man, just learn as much of this verse you can and just be a hater. Just hate on me the whole video. And that shit came out beautifully, man. And a lot of people have talked about it. A lot of people been sharing it and just talking to me about it. Like, I performed it for the first time today. It went over real well. People really liked it. But yeah, man, it was just fun to do something different. Cause I feel like people think all my music's super serious.
Yeah.
I am about my business or whatever, but I have fun. I can make jokes and shit too. So
I don't think I'm just tough all the time.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was fun doing something, showing a different side of me, making people laugh. It's a great song to perform. It did great today. And yeah, I'm very, a lot of my videos are very simple. So I was very happy to do a video with an actual concept and see it come to life. That was a proud moment for me, for sure.
I love it, man. I just love seeing, different spectrums, different aspects of everything from your perspective, the fans' perspective.
Yeah.
Ain't one, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I give you that. From the city. Gotta get that from the city.
Yeah.
So since you dropped Everybody Loves Bingo at the top of the year, what can we be expecting from you, man, all the rest of the year? It's only March.
Right, exactly. Like, this is my first time really dropping this early in the year. The earliest thing dropped before this was around this time. I dropped Leave It to Bingo March 2020. Before that, I wouldn't drop to like summer or later.
March 6th, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. So like I dropped that early just to give myself space to drop more music and to be able to push it, not just drop it and have to keep going. I'm working on multiple things.
It makes me happy.
Yeah, I don't. It's like I really feel like last year, like I only dropped like 4 songs, and I'm like, I feel like this is the metaphor I've been kind of kicking to my homies and my manager. Like, if I was trying to go to the league, I'd be in the gym every day. And I feel like I hadn't been working on like writing. I'm working a job and family stuff. Hadn't been really writing as many songs I should have been, in my own opinion. So I just been focused on like writing more often and getting these shots up, like making music and putting music out, just to give myself more of a chance to reach people and retain the people that already are here. To lose. Same way I said, like, you would have did 2021, it would have made sense, but it didn't happen last year, and I can't be mad at you. I ain't put out but 4 songs. So what is there to talk about? You know what I'm saying?
And see that'd be my whole thing. I don't like to be rude to artists. They'd be like, "Hey, bro, put me on the pod." I'd be like, "But bro, you don't even have like, what are we gonna sit here and just like talk about?" I like to talk about the music.
Right. And the newer the music, the fresher the conversation. So I appreciate you having me on here. Me only having one guy, but we never talked about my old shit, and we got a relationship, so it works. But whenever I come back, it's gonna be on some new shit.
It's definitely gonna be on some new. You already know.
You can expect some new. I can't tell you exactly what it's gonna be because we trying to do some different things, but expect multiple drops this year. Ooh. That's what I'm gonna say. Expect multiple drops.
Can we expect them summer? You can't give us no time frame just yet.
Sooner than later.
Ooh,
the first one, sooner than later.
That might be the springtime. Might be the summertime. I'm ready, dog. I'm excited. Sure, are you dropping just singles or are you dropping like
I'm dropping music.
Ooh, so, he ain't gonna tell. I love it.
I'm dropping music.
I love it, bro.
I'm rapping. That's what I
all
do.
You can say. That's all I can do.
Like, I hate a lot of like I'm the type of dude that I don't want to make. I'm not a TikTok type dude. I don't really want to be no content creator. But what I've been like telling myself and teaching myself is like what I do well is rap. So I'm gonna rap and create my content around my raps instead of trying to make content off of just out of the sky. I'ma record my studio sessions. I'ma write songs, shoot many videos as I can. I'ma let people see the process, let people see the show. So I'm just gonna make content off what I'm already doing anyway. I'm gonna do the same stuff and just try to film it all. Take pictures of it all best I can, you know. So the more music I make, the more content I can make. So if things go as planned, you're gonna see a lot of content.
With a lot
like I said, sooner than later.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that, dog.
I appreciate that, man.
Man, before we get out of here, I'm saying that like we about to wrap up. Anybody that you're trying to work with next on the upcoming music?
Man, I'm trying to work with everybody.
Yeah.
Like I'm at a point, like so many people. You go around the city talking to different artists, you'll know they said me and Bingo. Yeah, but young, like probably like a year or so ago, and I've been in the same room with him a few times. We've been chopping it up a little more. I feel like it's bound to happen
of course.
At a certain point. It's a lot of it's so many dope people though. Like I can go another hour on the pod just naming dope people type
Too
shit.
many.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen you on the artwork, the Houston artwork, man.
Oh man, yeah. That
speaking of a lot of people to work
with. Yeah. I'm like that shit. It caught me off guard because I know NATO, but I think he's gonna put me on that shit. I seen him do other cities. So literally when the Houston one dropped, I scrolled. I'm like, oh, he did the Houston, but I liked it. I kept scrolling. And like I went back, looked at it like maybe like an hour later, and I'm like, nigga, that's me. Like I'm on this hoe. Like that shit fucked me up.
Nigga, that's me.
and even though I already had posted it, like, bro, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people hit me up like, bro, you know you on this picture? Like they fucked up, and like that shit was funny too, cause a lot of people took it as disrespect because they wasn't on it. And I didn't really look at it like a trophy that I was on it, but I'm like, shit, if this is a competition in y'all lives, I guess I won. You know what I'm saying? But I just look at it as a dope artist doing his own expression of what he knows from the city. But I'm definitely honored to be a part of it for sure. Like I'm amongst legends. Like I'm sure there's other artists he know that's not on it, or that wasn't on the first. He did another one that wasn't on the first one. But the fact that I was on the original one and he added more people, and I'm still on it, that's just dope. You know what I'm saying? It really like I literally scrolled by it and came back like, damn, like I'm on this hoe. Like he drew my face. Like amongst Scarface and Bun B and DJ Screw and you know what I'm saying? Like
Kiki.
I'm like, wow, like that's wild. So shout out to my boy Art by NATO, man. Y'all tap in.
I love it, man. And you know, more legends, more young legends from the city gonna get known.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Like I feel like it's happening.
It's up to me. It's gonna get happen. It's gonna happen.
I know, man. I appreciate your passion for wanting the scene to thrive, man. Because everybody a lot of people want to come in and get what they want out of it and get out, but you want to give back to it, and I really respect and appreciate that about you.
For sure.
And man, there's so much talent. I feel like it's actually happening. I feel like every city or market.
It's not just underground talent.
For sure, but for Don Toliver to be signed to Travis Scott, for TSF to be doing what they doing, none of them got like major record deals. You know what I'm saying? For it's a bunch of Ken the Man. I'm Ken the Man fucking fanatic. That's somebody I want to work with. You ask me about who I want to work with. For like a Ken the Man, a Monaleo to be doing what they doing, like that shit beautiful.
Monaleo.
That shit beautiful, bro. Yeah. Like we got plenty of people thriving in the space, and of course there's plenty more that's dope that deserve to thrive too. But we can't not acknowledge the ones that are doing it. We can't say we don't got nobody representing it because people.
It's happening.
You know what I'm saying? I want to tip my hat to everybody who is doing it and that's highly visible, working with other bigger artists and doing numbers. Like man, Kim was in Double XL. You know what I'm saying? Monaleo got records with like Flo Milli and. You know what I'm saying? Shit like we can't knock no shit like that. Don just dropped the album, everybody on it. Charlie Wilson,
Tisa Korean.
Right, Tisa.
I was just asking somebody, I was like, man, where's Tisa Korean? And then
that shit is I remember being in like Hole in the Wall open mics and seeing Tisa, seeing Don.
Yeah.
And like to see them dudes being where they at. Right. Like I don't even like I've met them both, but I don't know them. Like we're not close. But just knowing been in the same room with them, performing on the same stages, and seeing them there, it's like wow. One is this shit is possible, and two, it's like it warmed my heart to see somebody who come from the same dirt as me do it
and succeed
do it at a high level, man.
Yeah.
Like, on everything.
Everything. Cuz just said on Button Podcast the other day that his goal is to every album put on an artist from the city and nobody heard of. Don. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Hey, man, if it don't happen now, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Sure. It's natural, man. For sure. Like I never look at myself like the slept on when I just look at it like I haven't reached enough people yet.
Exactly.
That's
it. Not enough ears have heard me.
Right. To me, it's corny going around. Man, niggas sleep on me. That shit corny, bro. Like,
nah, it's just my ear ain't heard you yet.
And it's seasons. You know, I want it to happen as soon as possible. I'm not gonna say I don't want that, but I'm not rushing.
Timing.
I'm not rushing, but I'm not rushing, but I'm not hesitating at the same time.
For sure.
So
I love that. Sure. Any merch we got coming with the new music dropping? Or
yeah, for sure. We still working on designs for sure for new merch, but I got God Body Bingo shirts and hoodies. I got Praise shirts and hoodies.
Praise.
Hats as well. I still got off the book CDs. And we gonna design some new stuff for the new music, man. We gotta get right, man. For sure.
He's an artiste, man. I want to thank God Body Bingo pulling up episode 119. We finally did it. We did it, man. Before my dog get up out of here, man, you want to give all your socials where they can listen to your music, all the good stuff. Plug yourself.
For sure, man.
And I'm going to put it on the screen where you can follow him.
Yeah.
His IG will be right there.
He going to do it right, man. But it's real simple. It's God Body Bingo, spelled just how it sounds. That's on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you use, I'm on there. Same thing on the DSPs, Apple, Spotify, Tidal, etc., etc. God Body Bingo. I got plenty of music out that we've talked about on the pod. I got godbodybingo.com. You can find all that stuff there. I got the merch, the press, the music, whatever you looking for is there. The show dates. So log in, tap in, like my boy C is saying. Yeah, one-on-one with Jerm.
Y'all heard my dog. Man, y'all tap in with God Body Bingo. Get ready for everything that he has coming for the rest of the year. Go jam Everybody Loves Bingo right now. Go stream that everywhere.
Watch the video.
Go run his numbers. Yeah, go run his numbers up on YouTube. Go jam Off the Books. Go jam, all the EPs. He has a catalog. Like, just go search God Body Bingo. If you're on Apple Music, everything will pop up.
If you don't find nothing you like, DM me, I'll give you something for free.
And just like that, man, I want to thank my dog again pulling up on me on this beautiful Saturday. We was going to do this later, but we got this out. Y'all follow me, WTH, but everywhere else, one-on-one with Jerm. You got some dope artists like Bingo that you want me to interview. Send them to my email. Got some merch, like the Praise merch that you might want me to rock on the show. Send them to my email, man. 2westboys@gmail.com. That's the number 2, WESSBOYZ. Like, FOMO Podcast Network on Instagram. Follow them. We got some things coming, some things cooking up, man. We got the Summerfest coming. We just did the Cypher last Saturday, so that video will be coming out soon. Shout out Ridge. Anything else I need to plug? I think that's everything. Oh, next Saturday is my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Hey,
Praise 35. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I want to thank Bingo. I'm gonna say it again. Thank Bingo for pulling up on me, man. As always, smile, stay positive, and blessings gonna manifest, man.
right.
To episode 120. We gone.
We got that fire that burn through the gristle with tongues of
That's
smoke. We
fine.
aiming with pistols. I'm counting my blessings a fistful. Though this life it can feel so